Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to B&G Games and Videos. I'm B. This is...
Someone who's a bit uncomfortable right now.
Why are you uncomfortable?
There are two disembodied, googly eyes looking at me from the computer screen and they're stealing my soul.
That's right, G. And we have a special guest with us today. We've got...
Hello, this is Beutimus.
Yes!
What's a Beutimus?
Beutimus is the owner of the two googly red eyeballs staring at you.
I don't like a Beutimus. It haunts my dreams.
It probably will. It haunts mine too.
And welcome to another Q&A. It's that reverse Q&A talk show where basically instead of you asking us questions for us to answer, we ask you questions for you to answer.
And nobody gets a car.
And nobody gets a car.
And you don't get a car.
But-
and you don't get a car.
But-
and you don't get a car.
He's like the reverse Oprah.
Uh-huh. I'm Oprah negative. I'm O negative.
We don't give away cars, but we do give away free Steam games.
Can you drive those?
You can if it's a driving
Sometimes.
simulator, yeah. If it's a Forza game, yeah.
What's a Forza?
It's a race car game.
I like a threesa.
All right.
You know what I'm talking about? Where the it's sex. Multiple people.
There
Sometimes
we go.
they're even real.
All right. So Beutimus, let's start off with you. Do you have a question for the general viewing audience?
I do have a question for the general viewing audience. Considering that I am Beutimus the Necromancer, if
You do
I
what
was to-
now?
He's a
I am the
necromancer.
Necromancer, Beutimus the Necromancer.
He manches necks.
Yes,
I do.
He does.
Oh.
I bring bodies back to life.
Say what?
Hence the
Don't take
glowing
that out
red
of
eyes.
context.
I don't like this guy. He's creepy, and he's gonna bring back all the people that I definitely didn't kill.
Then you definitely don't need to worry about them finding you
There you go.
at night. in
I
your bed.
definitely am unsure about that.
If I was to raise you as one of my undead minions, what type of undead would you be and why?
What do you mean? What type of undead would I be?
There's a bunch of different types.
There's a lot of different types, actually.
What?
You could be a vampire, you could be a zombie, you could be a
Oh.
skeleton, you could be a ghoul, you could be a
Oh.
wight, you could be a wraith, you could be
I could be a white?
Yes.
That's a little racist.
No, it's W-I-G-H-T.
W-I-G-H. Yep.
W-I-G-H. Is it like a British spelling?
It's sort of, yes.
It
Ah.
might be a British spelling.
Yes, actually, well, it's Lord of the Rings.
Then Lord of the Rings, there's whites.
Yeah, they're whites.
Ah.
They touch you and steal your soul.
That's
Something
right.
like
That's
that.
just like real life.
And in D&D,
They have-
they steal your level. They steal a level of experience.
Still levels, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and D&D steals your libido.
It steals your soul.
D&D does steal your libido.
It does steal your.
Unless you're playing with a hot nerd chick, and then you're not. Then you got an in.
And then you're paying some sort of horrible Russian prostitute to hang out with you. Because there's no way she'd do it otherwise.
And then if you're G, she steals food from your fridge.
Damn it, Chloe!
I would be a lich.
Yeah, that's a pretty good choice.
Shut your stupid cake hole.
I would be a lich.
There are children present. The hell's a lich?
A lich is an undead. Is basically an undead magic user.
You mean like
really powerful?
you mean,
undead
oh, you
magic.
mean like an undead person that plays Magic the Gathering? So
Yes, pretty much.
It's
Yes.
someone who's undead in their parents' basement,
Yes.
eating
Yes.
KFC,
Yes.
crying.
Yes. Hashtag Beutimus Undead Minion.
That's pretty long.
Yeah, don't worry
Yeah.
about it. There's much longer hashtags.
No
out
one's
there.
gonna use it anyway.
Beutimus Undead Minion.
Nobody cares.
That's not true. People use the hashtags. Use the
The
hashtag.
hashtags.
You use the hashtag, don't you?
No, he doesn't.
No, you don't. Just
No,
check,
use
I
the
just
hashtag.
checked your answers from last week.
Sometimes I do.
Sometimes you do.
Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I'm a little scared to put them on Twitter.
Speaking of, I loved your answer. I loved your answer from last week when G asked you what would your exotic sexual position be? If you were to make one up on the spot. The ranged poke.
Yeah.
Oh!
It's another D&D. In D&D, you can have a ranged touch, so I figured you probably could also have a ranged poke.
I have been told I have a soft touch.
Oh, that's
Oh
nice.
dear.
Yeah.
He takes pills for that.
You know what? I'm not even gonna respond to that.
All right, so we're going to switch gears now, and we're going to announce our winner from last episode's question, which was, if you had a question for the general viewing audience, what would it be?
And the question's always, can G come over to my house and sleep there and eat my food?
Oddly enough, that's exactly what it was. This is the first question for you that was answered. If you fell asleep in a cursed mansion and in your dreams you had to fight your worst nightmare combined with your favorite snack food, what would that creature be and how would you defeat it? Another question for the audience is, if your entire life transformed into a TV show, what name would the TV show be? Here's another question for the general viewers. What benefits have you found from doing YouTube? For example, for me, I would say I've gained a lot of amazing friends, also a huge boost in confidence.
I no longer have my frothy discharge.
Another question for you to select, possibly, is if you had £1 million but had to spend it all in 24 hours or you lost everything, what would you spend it on?
I would just retrace the steps of the movie Brewster's Millions.
Here's another question. If you could take any two historical figures and put them in a sitcom together, what would the name of the sitcom be? Well, maybe I'm just obsessed, but I'd love to know what game or movie scared you the most in your entire life. Another question is, if you had a death metal band, what would you name it and why? Is there a story about why you use the name you do when you are on the internet? If so, what is it? What do you do with a little plastic thing that comes in the pizza box?
I store it someplace that you don't want to know.
If you were forced to live in a world of a video game, which video game would you least like to be trapped in and why?
John Madden football, because I don't want to hang out with that fat bastard all the time, and it can't fly.
So of all those questions, Beutimus, which question do you like the best?
I think I'm actually going to go with the first one.
Moogala, moogala, moogala!
That would be the Two Moogles Gaming. They just won their own free Steam game.
Woo!
Woot, woot, woot. And I guess that's going to be the question for this week. It's going to be a prize question. The question is, again, if you fell asleep in a cursed mansion and in your dreams you had to fight your worst nightmare combined with your favorite snack food, what would that creature be and how would you defeat it?
Mine would be Larry the Cable Guy made out of Swedish fish. And I would defeat it by reading at it.
Oh,
Okay.
that would work.
It's now time for us to choose a channel out there for us to ask a question to. And we're going to start off with me. My question is for Mike Maverick.
Who the hell's Mike Maverick?
Mike Maverick has got his own channel, and one of his series he used to have is the Ace Gamer.
I don't like you, Maverick.
Why don't... Oh, God, he's going to do the whole damn
You're
Top Gun
dangerous.
thing again. So my question for Mike Maverick, you have the Ace Gaming series that you do, in which you try to ace a game. Have you encountered a game that you could not ace, no matter how hard you tried? And what game is it? That's my question to you.
Mine's the one where you push the button and it's supposed to go from the walkie dude to the not walkie dude to the walkie dude.
What game are you talking about?
You push the button and then it goes from the guy that's like, it's like the hand that says no. It's in red. And then at the
You
other
mean
one,
the
there's a one in
crosswalk
white that's
symbol?
walking.
That is called a walk sign.
I can't beat it.
And that is not a video game. That is a real life object. Are you telling me that you have stood at an intersection for hours because you could not figure out how to operate the don't walk sign?
The game at the corner of Linwood and Delta is really hard. It makes these beeping noises that are disorienting. People are honking at me.
Yep.
It could be a thing. Some could be like expert level intersections, and some could be like beginner level intersections.
He knows what he's talking about.
So, G, what's your question for Mike Maverick?
Oh, my question for Mike Maverick?
Yep.
Okay, this is my question for Mike Maverick.
Okay.
It's more of a demand, really.
Okay. All right. What's your demand?
I demand that in the comment section, you show me your favorite picture of Fat Val Kilmer. There are plenty out there to choose from. My personal favorite is the one where he's wearing a beret and he looks like the mom from the Goonies.
Okay. Okay.
They're comic gold, people.
Beutimus, do you
Yes.
have a question? You have a channel. You have a question for out there, don't you?
Indeed, I'm going to pick Kempy.
Kempy Gaming.
Kempy Gaming, yes.
Kempy.
And my question for him is,
Okay.
if your accent spontaneously changed, what accent would you like and why?
What's his accent?
You can't pick the accent you have.
Okay.
What's his accent?
I think, British? I know there's multiple different British accents, but I can't tell them apart.
You should just
I
say one
couldn't-
at random to offend him.
I know what he's not.
He's Welsh.
He's Welsh.
Is it Welsh? Okay.
No.
I don't.
Anyone
We
in
have
the
no
UK,
idea.
anyone in the UK who's not Welsh doesn't want to be Welsh. Even the Welsh don't really want to be Welsh.
That's not true.
They didn't even really
Henry
try.
the Fifth was Welsh,
Yeah, and what did he become king of?
king of France and England.
Exactly, not Wales. He moved on up.
You know what though? That's where Prince of Wales came from.
Yes, I know, and that's second best.
Oh,
And look who's the Prince of Wales now, huh? He's balding.
he's what? Also 60-some years old.
He wants to be his girlfriend's tampon.
What in the hell? Okay, never mind. Okay, so the question
He
for
said
Kempy.
that.
The question.
He said that about Camilla.
Okay.
He said that he wanted to be a tampon in the vajayjay of his beloved.
Did he really say that?
Yes. You can Google that.
I'm going to Google that when this episode is over with.
It is 100% true, and I know I'm smiling like it's not, but it really is. Everyone who lives in the UK is slowly shaking their head, but nodding at the same time.
All right, that's a great question. What's your question for Kempy? G?
Kempy?
Your awesome question. You're always awesome, great questions.
Okay, my question for Kempy is this. Everyone loves French fries, or freedom fries, we like to call them here. If you could French fry anything in the world, what would it be?
Okay, so, all right. So
If you could French fry a food that's not a potato,
Okay, so in other words, deep fry, because that's what French fries are. They're deep fried potatoes.
I'm
If you
saying
could
French
deep
fry!
So basically, the long-running tradition of all United States county fairs of deep frying different types of food. You're asking Kempy if he could deep fry any food, what would that be?
Way to take the wind out of my sails, you son of a bitch.
It does tie into. You did ask that one question about if you could deep fry any celebrity.
I did.
Southern fried
I remember that. I remember that one.
I did.
All right, so
Paula Dean's really gristly.
so G,
Yes.
what's your question for the general viewing audience?
Oh, I gotta have one of those now?
Mm-hmm.
That's a new development.
It happens every week.
It does?
Yes.
Oh.
God.
Okay, G's question for the general viewing audience is this.
Yeah.
If your life was in the balance,
Okay.
and some evil overlord could push a button or make his thumb do the thing with the Roman stuff,
Okay.
and you had to sing one song to win your freedom, what song would it be?
Hashtag freedom song.
Uh-huh.
I'd sing Joy to the World by Three Dog Night.
You would die.
You always say, when you say freedom song, I think I just have to go with the Star Spangled Banner.
That you would die like twice over.
I probably would die twice over.
That song blows goats for quarters.
What would you sing? What would you sing?
I would sing the unintelligible greatness of Michael McDonald.
He'd sing some Doobie Brothers, is what he said. Okay.
They'd go nuts.
Oh, we're supposed to entertain them.
Entertain them. That's the idea.
Oh.
Yeah.
We're the court jester.
Hashtag freedom song. Okay. All right. So another quick prize alert. If you've been watching this entire episode, then you're going to get to the end and you're going to find out there's another prize to be offered here. We picked Two Muggles Gaming's question that if you have an answer for, you have a chance for winning a prize. But here's another contest for you. That question does not have a hashtag assigned to it right now. So give us a hashtag for that question.
Hashtag snack monster.
If we choose your hashtag next time on Q&A, you'll win a prize.
Choose snack monster.
Free Steam games.
Snack monster.
Wow. All right, Beutimus, it was a blast having you on with us this time around. It really was. So until next time, I'm B, this is Beutimus, this is G, and...
I had a frog once. His name was Jonathan. Firecracker happened to him.
R.I.P. Jonathan.
Jonathan's gone now.
Poor Jonathan. I'll bring him back for you.
So until next time, I'm B, this is Beutimus, this is G, and...
You know what? If Rapunzel was real, somebody just would have friggin' cut that hair off and sold it to somebody that could sell it like a gas station. They can make big money.
Why a gas station?
They're always running stuff down the street. They're like, we got Brazilian hair, we got Indian hair.
Really?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Everyone likes the hair.
At a gas station?
Well, they're normally next to gas station, like a bodega.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
Or the guy by the side of the road, out of the
some
back
ran-
of his E350.
Just some random guys selling hair. So until next time, I'm B, this is Beutimus, this is G, and...
This is a reminder from G. The general election coming up. Pro pie, anti-cancer. Do you like pie? Do you hate cancer? Vote G.
So until next time, this is Beutimus, this is B, this is G, and remember, the answer you give might be your own.
Take care.
Bye!
I've got a Beutimus for you right here, and go to Jack Dempsey.